What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge for another signed, sealed, delivered video. This one coming to us from the West Coast, from Arizona. Jeremiah Newcombe, 5'11", 175-pound, four-star cornerback. Sooners are getting someone, Hunter, that is going to be able to add some muscle mass to that frame. Also getting a multi-sport athlete as he's played basketball as well. I think this is a guy in the cornerback room, Jay Valai lands, that is maybe someone who is going to make. I'm not going to say he's going to redshirt, but I think you're looking at probably 2 years when this guy gets on the field, my opinion. But this is a good one, four-star.
Yeah, if Jeremiah Newcombe is a guy that it takes 2 years to get on the field, that just shows how good that corner room is for Jay Valai. I do not think he plays as a freshman. I know there was a lot of buzz this past off season with other freshmen, mostly with Makari Vickers and Josiah Wagner. Neither of them really played. Vickers only kind of stepped in after some injuries. Same thing with Wagner. So freshmen are not going to be expected to play, especially as you're going into the SEC. One off season is not going to be enough to get him ready to play, but he's a recruit that people kind of forget about. He committed so long ago. March 25th, he committed. It was that kind of weekend. I believe they called it like Junior Day. It was for the underclassmen. It wasn't for class of 23. It was for 24s to even like down to 26s that weekend, where they had a bunch of recruits in from all over the country, including Jeremiah Newcombe out of Arizona. And he committed that weekend, announced it on his way home, I believe, following that visit. So big time recruit, big time signing for the Sooners. Believe he's the Sooners' highest rated corner, true corner in this class. You also have Devon Jordan and then Eli Bowen as well in this class. So three that you're bringing in. And Newcombe, Sooner fans should be familiar with the name. His dad, Bobby Newcombe, played at Nebraska, quarterback there. So a lot of other schools were in on him. Notre Dame, USC, bunch of big time schools. So the fact that, like you said, Jay Valai able to go out to Arizona and really lock them up back in March. Like Arizona State made a late push, and I mean that wasn't even enough. OU went in on the home visit, and it didn't even matter that Arizona had the hammer to say with the home visit following OU's, and nothing came of that.
Yeah, and I mean, size-wise, he's comparable maybe to a Kendall Dolby, size-wise, I think. I'm not for sure on Dolby's exact.
He's a little taller,
A little
a little
taller.
bit.
Okay, yeah, and look, yeah, he's almost 6 foot. He's 5'11", and you're right, Hunter, and what you said when you talked about that. Jeremiah Newcombe is a corner. Uh, that is what he is. He's going to be a cornerback. He's going to be. I don't think one that they're going to mess with and try to move to safety or anything else. I think you said, Hunter, that he's the lone, really straight corner in this group. Is that what you said, Hunter?
No, I said he's the highest rated of the three that OU has committed. He's
Okay.
the highest rated. Devon Jordan's not far behind him. I kind of expected Newcombe to rise a little bit in the class. I didn't necessarily pan out, but of the three, most upside, I would say, just with his lengthiness and his ability to make plays on the ball and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the tape, he definitely makes plays on the ball. He's also played both sides of the ball, which means he's pretty skilled. You don't just put anyone on both sides of the ball. I think he's got some skill, especially when the ball's in the air. And that's one thing you'll see when he gets on campus is making the plays as the ball's in the air. But, I'm excited because cornerback, honestly, again, I'm going to say this because I've said this before. Everyone wants the 6'2", 6'3" corners. They're not all out there. OU's had some that didn't pan out, okay? They've had some guys who looked the part at 6'2", 6'3", and you thought, wow, this guy's going to be exciting on the corner. Didn't pan out. Sometimes 5'10", 5'11" is exactly what you need to get up under these receivers. You can still be physical, but the biggest thing a corner can do is to be able to have ball skills, to be able to turn your head, to be able to have quick feet. I think Newcombe offers you all those things.
Yeah, the size with corners like 6'3". That's just not realistic. OU has a few. They have Jacoby Johnson, who's like 6'4". They have Jaden Rowe that's up there as well, but Jaden Rowe hasn't been able to get on the field yet. Who knows on Jacoby Johnson? Would think next year he kind of gets elevated more into that role in the SEC with how physical and how big he is compared to your average corner. And there's nothing wrong with being 5'10" to 6 foot at corner. I mean, that's the average height. I mean, for whatever reason, that's just the way the sport has evolved. And like you said, his ability, he played both sides in high school. For a lot of elite corners, one, you don't hear about them much, like watching them because they don't get the ball thrown their way. Newcombe did at times, and when he did, he made the or offense pay. Uh, Also, his ability to go on the other side of the ball, play receiver some. I mean, it just shows his athleticism, his ability to make plays on the ball, and that's what OU really needs. Is they've had at times guys that would be in the positions years past. I'm saying in the positions to make the plays, they just didn't make them. They couldn't make the read on the ball or anything like that. That's not the case with Brent Venables. That's not the case with Jay Valai. You look at this past year, Woody Washington had a really, really good year, best year of his career. Gentry Williams flashed as a future superstar for the Sooners. So I think Newcombe has everything you need for in a few years him to be a guy that's making those big time plays down in the SEC on Saturday.
Yeah, and the other thing is, as a dual sport guy, uh, obviously competition is embraced. I love it when teams go after two sport guys, because when you play one sport in high school, and guys, the research is out there to show guys that are in the league a lot of times were dual sport athletes. It's competition year round. You're always competing in a different way. So if you arguably defensive back is a position where competition uh, is happening every single play. I know it does in the other places too, but you're on an island a lot of times. It's you against the other guy, and I'm excited for Jeremiah Newcombe to be a Sooner. Excited that OU lands one out of the West Coast, like was mentioned earlier, and excited to see what he will bring to the cornerback room. Jeremiah Newcombe, 5'11", 175, four-star defensive back out of the Arizona area. Again, thanks for watching our channel. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Until next time, Boomer.